somebody, like, you driving down. Yeah. No, like, everywhere. Everywhere. For sure, yeah, we stay at Jericho Beach. Joe's got, elementary school, I think they live there, so we can. I am an honorary, and I've been there for, oh, 6 years, and of course, everybody I started with has abandoned. So I'm getting, I've sent these things, abandoned me, I'm, oh, whoa, oh, I understand it's fabulous. So I'm really looking for that. I did as required after my resignation, and I just said, keep them up. No. I recognize that. I think I would probably stay on just as beautiful because as the new, she's going to want some younger, you know, she's just going to want something totally with time and money. But happy to see with her. Right, yeah. Yeah, quite good. But anyway, and so in the meantime, we've got Stephen Rayford. I don't know if you know him. Okay, thank you very much for speaking to our group. So what we've been doing is we're going to bring up and we've done the first week. We did chapters 1 and 2, and sort of around the introduction and call is. And what I do, I mean, the book is just saturated with wonderful. So I use videos from other places. I use quotes from the book. I use other quotes, and so in the first week I did some talking. So I got information from Richard Moore and his materials. You know that, and then every once in a while, invite people into small groups and give them assignments to do. And we divided it out 3 times, I guess. Okay. For that, so that okay. And then last night, we did chapter 3, which is the challenge, is about loving your enemies. So I did the whole night on forgiveness. And again, I don't know if you've ever seen Father Mike's videos. Anyway, he did I used one of his clips on forgiveness, so we did that. And then I had a bunch of books on forgiveness that were acceptable. And took out a bunch of information from there, presented that information. And then I said, okay, we've got all of this, and I accept forgiveness, we're going to do it all for us. But for us, as Christians, what's missing from all of these things? We decided God was missing. And so then the second part of how do we instill God in us? How does that make a difference? How do you get what us? And that. And then in the last few minutes, we talked about we've got all of this forgiveness to God, because that's what John talks about, and how we've heard about things that we never really love. God's love and how we need to be grounded in our word.
This meeting is being recorded.
And then the last bit was actually, just ask a question. So, we know all of this is God and every 9 things and He's given us the word of God in that. So now we're looking at ourselves. And of course, everything pretty. Yeah, so we had no, it's no. Then it is. Finish off with that. And then next week, we're going to be doing, chapters, 5 and 6, which is both the promise, the reward and the promise. Like what's the reward? What's in it for us as Christians? What do we call them? What do we get? What do we get with it? A whole lot more than just, and then the last chapter that all of them is called promise, and it's God's promise to never visit us. So we'll look at that, and then the last week review this chapter 4 about taking up the cross. What does it mean? To take up the cross. What is oh, okay. Okay, cool. Okay. It is, it's not, but it's all way too much in it. Like there's just, yeah, I know. But I started to get people, let these will be the highlights and then we'll go through our discussion. But you're gonna have to go back and read it again because there's just so much wonderful material on there. So,
Experience, that's what you're talking about.
yeah.
So. It's sessions.
Well, 31 have signed up. But the most I've ever, in the last 2 weeks, I can always get regrets, right? Like people always have good intentions when they sign up. So I'm guessing we'll have 15 to 20. Yeah, yeah. Well, I did my very first, when I started this, Cheryl, God bless you, America. I don't know if you know everything she knows, because I had resigned from Bishop Small. so I'm hoping between 15 and 20. I'm gonna put out a call to everyone and just say, you know. Find out, you know. Yep. Yep, I'll send you the link. Yep. And you just tell me, you know, when you want to divide into groups and I'll do that, or if that's what you want to do. I will make you a co-host, so if you ever want to share screen, you can do that. I do, yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, that's fine. So that's fine, so that's not confident.
Hi, Joel. I could see you were talking, but I couldn't hear anything.
I can't hear any, I'm not getting any sound. I can't see any picture or sound.
Can you hear me though?
Yes, I can hear you, but,
Okay, I don't think they've turned anything on yet. Let me take a look around. I just got
oh,
here.
I'm a little late, so I thought maybe was frozen out.
Yeah, I'm going to apparently help set it up right now, Joel.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ron.
Yep. Joe Clark. Okay, all right. Let's get this things here. Yep, thank you. Goes there. This. Power's good, yep, and now. Okay. Did we fake out the club by coming 2 weeks in a row? Is that why they're not ready for us? Yeah,
I think somebody is more than welcome, from what I hear.
yeah. So they're scrambling now, making sandwiches? Okay.
Well, because he has, there's a counter in the room.
Oh,
So we had like 21 people here. Okay, so I said, well, I have 2 or 3 more. So set it up for 24.
sure, yeah. Oh, it's starting to come.
It's here.
Oh, yeah, good. Okay, Joe, I'm having trouble getting this computer going for some reason. Oh, here we go. No. Um,
In the academic suite, it's always the academic board. So if it's posted 12:15, that means that it definitely. So we are 5 minutes early. But food is coming and we will continue with the proceedings.
now they could hear you. They got their message.
Food is here.
Ron, are you there?
Yeah, Joe, I'm trying to get this computer set up.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I could tell me what you're doing these days and
Well, I just got back. I've been traveling a lot in the last 5 weeks. I was in Vancouver for a week, then in the UK for 2 weeks,
oh wow,
and then in Kelowna, BC for another week.
nice. I'm going to be thinking about you next week. No, next week or the one after, I guess, in Calgary.
Oh, I'm going to miss that.
Yeah, I'll be reminded of our Atlanta.
Oh, that was fun, wasn't it?
It really was. It really was. You know, sometimes you have to go to an international convention, to another city in another country to spend time with somebody in your own club.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what's happening here. Yeah, we're in the main room again. And
Is the meeting underway?
actually we're meeting live again 2 weeks in a row. That's what's confusing. So no, people here at the lawn and
Magic
tennis.
Kingdom?
What's that?
Oh, sure. Is it going to Magic Kingdom?
Oh, yeah, we are going. Yeah.
Like, can I bring water?
Yeah.
That's what-
I
David,
see a picture of David.
That's always good to have him online. David, I'm trying to get the laptop going here.
He looks very much younger.
Right now, I'm on a boat heading to the Magic Kingdom in Florida.
Oh,
I just wanted to
wow.
make sure everything was running. I don't know if Chad got you signed on or not, so
No,
I'm signing off. I wanted to make sure everyone's up and running, but Ron, are you in the room?
Yeah, I am. You know, in the email, we never do get the announcement in the email. This email account does not get the link to the Zoom.
You want me to send it to you?
Yeah, you're gonna have to, but it's just weird that it's
Okay.
well, I
Please.
got it. I got it.
yeah,
I
and I
could-
got
I
it in
could-
mine. Yep,
I can see David. I've got you, Ron,
yep.
but that's it.
Yeah, I think that is it. And we have an
Neither-
account set up for the computer, but it doesn't get the email with the link.
You
So
look
that's
you look exactly like Jonathan Winters. You know that?
David Richardson.
Look at it.
Now that you mention it, I see the resemblance.
I think it's the perspective.
Yeah.
He's
Ron, I just sent it to you.
Okay. Is the link the same every week?
Yeah, it was sent to the Rotary Toronto Eglinton email address.
Yeah, we can't even get to your email with the link in it here. Oh, here, David just resent it. Okay. We know we're not hotspotting. That's the problem. I'm using the Wi-Fi here. It keeps crashing. Mine's not strong enough, and I die fast. Sure. Okay. Good. Thanks, Jim.
And Ron, I just made you the host of the meeting.
Okay. Actually, Chad's here. Can you make Chad the host? Because I'm gonna probably die.
Okay, because he's not on yet, so I can't make him a host until he gets on.
Oh, no, he's not logged in. Hey, why can't you see us? Why can't you see us? Oh.
hi, Ron.
Okay, I'm going to sign off now. You've got me already signed on at the club. I'm leaving.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, David.
See you, David.
Yeah. If I can, I'm going to try and get me off of here.
Okay,
Okay,
Joe,
Joe,
I
I gotta go get a sandwich. Yeah, you want to talk to Joe Clark? This is Joe. Joe.
I don't think I can get off.
Oh, there's Lars.
Hi, Joe. And David.
Well, David's trying to get
David
Get
is trying to
off.
Get off. Oh, yeah. You're up in, Joe, you're up in Finland.
I am.
Yeah. Okay. It's a little bit of chaos, but
Oh, I'm getting, Marion is on.
yeah, okay.
She's
Hi,
muted
Marion.
right now.
Okay.
I suppose that's good. Hi, Marion.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Never better.
Good.
David, you keep switching panels.
Well, we got Joe Clark and,
Marion Axsmith's there.
right, yeah, and Marion. So we got two joining so far. Yeah.
Should I not be seeing the meeting room?
Oh, yeah, we could do that. Just turn it around. Yeah.
Oh, there, Lars is in the meeting room. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So there's only two of us
Yeah,
on Zoom?
yeah.
So far.
Where's everybody
No,
else?
They're
in
in
the
the
meet-
room, Joe.
in
We're
the
at the
meeting
tennis
room.
club.
Around 5 o'clock. And I sit down because
Yeah, Joe, we're in the meeting room again today. I'll show you.
Any idea why this is happening?
Oh, there's everybody.
Oh, here we go.
Now I see them.
Oh, it's
Well, at least I see a few of them.
throwing light because it's got light on the sides here. Oh, no, it isn't. It's coming. Yeah, just takes a while to heat up. Oh, yeah, there it's coming. It's coming.
I don't like sitting with that. I don't see it, but it's just all.
So I guess this is fine. And then when we start talking, we'll turn it around, but you are up on the screen in the room.
Yeah, I can see it.
Well, you're right now, that's good. Yeah. Aquarium, all sorts of things. City Hall, there's always City Hall. I wanted to go around. But it was so cold. We're coming to project. No.
Didn't do any of it.
We did it too early in the year, the only time we could get space is in April.
25 minutes.
We got our druthers here now. But having said that, only in.
We went out.
So in fun.
We couldn't find her theater. And nobody was telling me how. The only theater we found was not going to.
After all that effort.
That's right. I think.
Walter was supposed to be there, but he couldn't make it.
I saw that it was from the back.
On the biking. And I have no idea what the other line was like. It was good. All of these were cool. The logistics were great. On the last day. We had to get on a flight.
And then you wanted to go from there.
Get on a little cargo bus to the airport, around the airport, fighting representatives, check here and so forth. It was very, very good.
Yeah.
The family enjoyed it so much. To listen together. So
Joe,
Yeah,
nothing seems to be happening.
that's right.
I'm wondering, I'm wondering if we should hang up and call in again.
Well,
No,
I
no.
tried that.
Joe, hang on, hang on. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, I can
Oh,
hear
hang
you.
on. We had the computer crash, so we're rebooting.
oh,
Yeah,
okay,
but I
okay.
can hear you both, so just stay where you are, please. It'll be
Okay,
hopefully
Thanks.
momentarily.
thank you.
So why am I not seeing? Like I thought I would see you here. Nothing's there.
We can see you, Ron.
Yeah, okay. That's like a do. Oh, here we go. Here's something. How about that? Whoops. And wouldn't you be here somewhere? Wi-Fi. Ah. Okay. Share your internet connection. I think that's if we want to be the hotspot, but we want a hotspot to you. So it should, I thought, show up. Share over Wi-Fi. No, this, we have done it before. I think, so where did you have the Wi-Fi? Yeah, this, here is where it was, but this is what I got. And that's different. I thought we were getting something from up here before, but we don't see it. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, transfer now. So this is impossible. Oh, okay. What if I, let's see if I have to. Is it there? Yeah, yeah, okay, good. Okay, hang on, Zoom people, we are coming back. But yeah, we had a computer crash and the table crash. It was spectacular. No. I see you. Marianne, Joe,
Hi.
we're in the process. There's a sound on this thing. You can turn that down somewhere. Sound.
Want them to be.
I think it's, I think that maybe, okay, you're right. Maybe it's this one.
I think it's just your phone. If you're on.
Okay, there. Or my phone. Good point. Okay. Okay, I think we're back.
Good.
Laura's here. I haven't seen her in years. We'll give you a partial view. Okay.
Be careful when you're talking.
Marion, Joe Clark, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, welcome to the June 11th rendition. We've got 20 members here. It's a members only event today. Yes. So thanks all for coming. It's a recap. I guess I'll do
Yes.
That should fix our issue. So.
The computer's on mute.
Ron is on mute. You're not, and I'm not.
But David Richardson's computer
That's,
on mute,
that's the room.
Yeah.
The meeting room.
but we can't hear what's going on.
That's correct. That's, we can make it up on our mind, in our minds.
Right.
Can you hear us on the online?
Yes,
Sorry about
yes.
that. So I will turn it over to Lars. He's gonna kick off the content part of our meeting. Actually, you know what? Why don't I give it to Bill for a golf so he can let us know about the Rotary golf tournament.
I just want to remind everyone that the golf event is Tuesday, September 16th. I do have flyers for the event and for sponsorships, and David has put it on the webpage, so you can access it there. If you have any trouble registering, let me know. And if you're interested in sponsorships, let me know as well. Sponsorships, for the most part, if it's a licensed business, you get a tax receipt for the full amount of the sponsorship that you buy. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Tuesday, September 16th. Thank you.
Very happy box first.
Yeah, why don't you do
Let's do happy bucks as well before we turn it over, and then here, Laura, I'm gonna quickly grab the sample.
I'm just very happy to rejoin everyone today after a long absence, so.
Thanks, Mike.
At least donate $20 in recognition of that wonderful evening we had last week. Married.
Yes.
Anyone else? Lauren's got a big stash here.
Well, I will put in $15 and I'm not, I don't know what, if you would be happy or happy that it's over with this lighting. But anyway, it's worth 15 here.
Okay, Lars, why don't you stay standing and, oh, we got Norma, one for Norma and then.
I don't have a habit, but I have a full email. Glenn is going to put this out next week, but Margaret Best at Fred Victor is really anxious for me to get an answer for this. If any of you are interested, and as again, Glenn will put this out next week, and interested in a tour of Fred Victor's 40 Oak Street Affordable Housing Community Meal, she would love to set up a tour for us. Dawn and I took it about 5 years ago. We found it very, we used to deliver to 40 Oak Street a lot more with Dawn. We did ID kits and that. Haven't been there for a while. Where we're delivering right now is down on Bay Street. And again, a shout out to Anna who does all the shopping for me, and I'm really happy. And we'll deliver the last skid of the year in another week or so, and then we're finished until September. But They said if we wanted the tour, we could have it, so it's up to you guys.
What's the date of the potential
I
date?
have no date, so I guess I'm sending it out. If anybody's interested, let me know and I will let my, I think it will be interesting. So,
Well, okay. Thank you, John, and I will actually walk over to the table over there in the corner. The individuals got an email from me during the week, where I told them that, or asked them if they had a chance to be at the meeting today. And they said, yes, I didn't tell them why I wanted. But as you know, we have a couple of awards in the club. And it gives me great pleasure to give the Service Above Self award to Norm. Norma, you haven't been a member, you've got your Rotary genes in Edmonton, which is great, and both Norma and I and a couple of others have a little bit of a sad feeling right now after what is happening. The Jersey worked very well last Wednesday, they won there, and but anyway, Norma, you came to our club, and I even wrote it down somewhere. 2011, after a 2-year period in Rotary, and the club has never been the same after. I mean, you've been president, you've been very active on the community side, and it's just fantastic. Thank you so much for what we're doing.
thank you to everybody here and thank you for all your support and for all you do for me that I say the great things and that would be.
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
Huh?
Very nice, looking good.
So the other award, which is our tradition of giving as one or more members of Paul Harris Fellow, is the other award that we are giving today. And there, Paul Harris is a recognition that $1,000 have been forwarded to the Rotary Foundation. We will receive that. And it gives us great pleasure, Lionel, to award you this. You have been a member and have the difficult tasks, like being treasurer. And you worked as a youth committee chair, had to step down, look after yourself, but we are so glad that you're back. And, here is recognition of our newest Paul Harris Fellow. And we had. Congratulations. Okay, well, it's her.
Oh, beautiful. Looking good.
You should put the title on the tag. Anyway, once again, congratulations to both of you. So that was one thing. Yeah, I think this has been a crazy year. It started crazy and it ends crazy. I think it was symptomatic that the table fell apart. Laura must have understood this because we are glad to see you in person,
these days with AI and so on, you don't know. You see Norma on the screen there. And she looks the same every time. But it's good to see you here. And it was probably that you decided to, it probably go to fall down. So I need to come and see it instead. So, okay. Ron.
Chairman Lars, for a long time, we used to have another award, the Smile Trophy.
What's happening? I just saw it downstairs, but I didn't bring it up, because I've been wondering, where is it? But when I picked up this, I saw it there, so I'll take a look, and maybe one of the first things we give Walter as a president is to find out, because well, you're probably the only one who fully remembers the story behind it.
Oh, yeah, yes, I won't go into it now, you've got the full agenda, but sometimes when we award the Smile Trophy, it would be appropriate to discuss and describe the background, how we got it, the Finnish Rotary Club that was involved and so forth.
Okay, I'll touch base with you on, so we get the criteria and so on, but that's right, we had a Smile Trophy and it's downstairs, at least I saw the foot, the wooden part of it. So that is right. So, for this, to just sum it up to some house cleaning things. I think it would be interesting to hear from the various committees. And I don't want it to be, as I've said, reports. I would be find it more interesting if we just get each committee chair to come with an aha experience. Something that was funny or something that made you feel very proud of being a member of the club or Rotarian or both. So that is, and in no particular order. Where do I have that? Where do I have that? I don't think that Lisa is, I know that she's not here, and I don't think she's on the Zoom either. But she has done a super job as treasurer and administrator of the bingo program, which actually Lionel did for some time too. You did see an aha experience. Do you want me to come?
No, I can. My experience. I'm sharing my experience.
Yeah, something that is happy with the
So,
international.
fellow friends, I'm an international member. So, and the microphone up. I got you the microphone. So, this year as an international community service administrator, I've been in touch with so many Rotarians all around the world. And it was all in emails, of course, but we had a wonderful contact, and because our purpose was the same, we're serving for ourselves and the fellowship of Rotary. So we had very sincere connections between us, back and forth. And this year I joined assembly in the student assembly, district assembly. And surprisingly, I met some of the Rotarians I've been writing, connecting, corresponding all along the year. And you know what? We hug each other. We were so happy to meet in person. And then the whole air in the assembly was, I realized that I have a great, huge family. So I really enjoyed being Rotarian and proud of being there.
Thank you, and thank you for what you're doing for the international community. Stephen Yanko, what is your aha experience as the financial, the dollars rolling in?
Hopefully not. So I'm happy about that. We all invited us. Yeah, happy about that. And whilst I've got the microphone, I'd just like to remind you from a fundraising standpoint, which I share. You've heard from Bill about the golf tournament, which is going to be on Tuesday, September the 16th. At the Richmondville Golf Club. That's going to be very interesting. And the funds raised for that are going to trains. Then in the fall, we're going to have our full fundraiser, which we do every 2 years. And following the terrific success of the one that we had 2 years ago, the Monte Carlo night, we're going to do another Monte Carlo night here in this room. Friday night, November the 7th. And a lot more details to follow. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen, and thank you so much for all your effort, and we are happy that you are back too. You made a very wonderful announcement last week. And Nan, chairing the Environment Committee, what is your aha?
Okay, well, this year we did many of the things that we do every year. We've planted trees together. Thank you for all coming. We've cleaned up trash with Don't Mess with the Dawn. Thank you for all coming. But we've also made sure that every event that the Environment Committee did was social. So we've always invited people to have lunch together, and we've heard from many people that they thoroughly enjoyed the time to have some social time together. But I think my aha moment comes from the following fact. When I took over as head of the Environmental Committee, I really believed that as Rotarians, we could make a major change. And I think that tree planting is important, but let's face it, those trees have to grow before they can really absorb much carbon for us. And I think that recycling is important, but we all know that maybe 10% of what we collect is actually recycled. So I really felt that if we could cut our carbon footprint, then there wouldn't be so much work for the little trees to do and so on. So we started our challenge at, trying to reduce it by 10%. A number of people joined in. I hope it's brought awareness to people. But a lot of our members were already doing all the right things. So I think most of us just deserve a gold star for living right. But for me, the aha moment is I really wanted to get a carbon footprint calculator for Rotary. So right across the world, we could reduce by 5–10%, whatever we can do. And I was talking to Neelam over the last couple of years, and we had, Neelam, what's her name again? Perry, yeah, come and speak to us about carbon footprint and the fact that an Indigenous group had one designed for them in a church. So I've been talking to Neelam and asking him if we could get input from some of the people he works with at York and maybe get one designed for Rotary. And I thought we probably need a grant. But I want to say thank you so much to Neelam, because it doesn't look like we're going to need a grant. He has come up with what he believes is a carbon footprint that'll work really well for Rotary. It's not too complicated, but very effective. And I think he's going to be starting it very soon, right? And with our club, as he's a member. So I think for me, it's something that's very important to me. And I do thank the committee members for sticking with me, because I'm not sure they all bought into it. But anyway, they were good enough to go along with me. So Neil, thank you.
Thank you very much. Glenn, the Community Service Committee.
Unlike these people, you didn't tell me I wasn't supposed to write something down. I don't have to write anything.
It's too late. It's written down.
Oh.
So I wrote it, you're gonna hear it.
Okay, this was my first year as chair of the Community Service Group with Marion. What stands out for me? Probably most of all, how grateful the many groups we sponsor are for the money we donate. Let's be honest, in the grand scheme of things, $3,000 to $5,000 isn't a huge amount in today's world. It works out to about 1 month of bingo funds for us. But without fail, the charities we help are extremely grateful for the support. We have received heartfelt notes from Allen Gardens Food Bank, St. Luke's Out of the Cold Meal Program, Romero House, the Avenue Road Food Bank, Fred Victor, and Churches on the Hill Food Bank, among others. When you go to visit these operations and you see the hours of work that volunteers put in, it makes you feel good that in some small way, you are helping them make it happen. When I went to the Avenue Road Food Bank to deliver a check, I was treated like visiting royalty. We only have to hand over a check, but it enables them to do the work on the ground. And the work does take its toll. At least two of the organizations we gave money to this year, one of the founders has had to cope with mental health issues after dealing with such overwhelming need week after week. If we can help to make things a little easier for these groups, then it is something we should all feel good about. Finally, not knowing what was going to happen today, I would be remiss not to mention Norma, who still makes sandwiches every other week to donate to the Good Shepherd, and Anna, who has done an amazing job of shopping for items for the home starter kits that Norma, again, then takes to Fred Victor. This is part of the letter we received about March's recipient. This month's recipient is a 26-year-old woman who, as a newcomer to Canada, experienced prolonged homelessness and spent over 18 months living in a shelter. Recently, she was able to secure stable housing, a significant milestone in her journey. Upon moving into her new home, the client had no household items, and due to limited income, was unable to afford the basic necessities to furnish her space. Through the support of our donors, a comprehensive home starter kit was provided, equipping her with essential items to help her settle in comfortably. The client expressed deep gratitude for this assistance. Gaining stable housing and receiving support with household items has greatly contributed to an improvement in her overall mental well-being. So if you doubt the value of what we at Rotary Toronto Eglinton are doing, just stop and pat yourselves on the back for a job well done.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Marion, do you have anything to add?
No, I think Glenn has said it all. He's covered it well.
Well, we'll get you to say something at another opportunity. But thank you all in the committee for what you're doing. Walter, yeah. Perfect. Social committee.
Thank you, Lars. One of the things that I really appreciate about the club, when I first joined, is getting together with other people, getting to know other people as well. It's very, very important. Be it in the social context, or as Walter P. Organizes the Out of the Cold program, where we all get together and also do good in the community as well. Very, very important. Getting together with Raw got me into the club, because when I met people in a, shall I say, less formal atmosphere, I said to myself, wow, these people are incredible. And they have two other Walters as well. How can I not join? So I really appreciate all the fellowship and all the camaraderie we've had as well. Lars wanted an aha moment. There were many. We had our holiday luncheon at the Rosedale Golf and Country Club, which was fantastic. We had musicians that Maria S. Provided as well. So again, it's important to have the context and again to have the connections as well with other people as well. But probably the most important aha moment we had last week, thank you to Maria D. over here. In her condo, we got together, had a wine tasting. I thought to myself, we would never, ever, ever get 20 people, but we had 20. And they stayed much later, enjoyed themselves very, very, very much. And we also had a bit of money left over that we'll be donating to the Rotary Foundation as well. So not only did we have a good social engagement, but he also helped the foundation. And we also got to know people in a very relaxed atmosphere, shall I put it, after a few glasses of good wine. And I'm looking to do other things as well. We had a Hard House Orchestra get together in the spring. I'm looking to do a little bit more in the way of concerts, but also building on the wine tasting. I'm also looking at getting people out of the city into wine country, where we can visit various vineyards, either getting together with another tour company or perhaps organizing our own as well. But all the people that came to the wine tasting are invited, and everybody else as well is invited as well. So thank you all very much. It's certainly been a pleasure getting to know you and being with you this past year. I'm looking forward to many, many, many years of great social engagement and also happiness.
Thank you, Walter. And yes, I understand that it was not just wine tasting, it was even more, because I met Maria, Pastor Maria on Sunday celebrating Swedish National Day in the church. And basically I understand that the consumption was about 1 bottle of wine per person.
We'll try harder next time.
Well, that's good, that's good. Laura, secretary, do you have a aha moment?
Thank you, Lars. I've been in the club 15 years now. This past year, I haven't been able to be with you because my mom has been sick, so I've been giving her my sister. My aha moment this year, I've been absent for a long time, is really how the club steps up. Every time we have a challenge, we have we step up to meet the challenge. We had 2 presidents that resigned. We had David that stepped up and continued to be a president. We have Lars that Lars deserves applause and big thank you for his service this year. And I was able to know you and everything throughout the years.
Well, thank you for keeping us in order, Laura. We would not be able to run the club without you. That's the game of doing the job too well at the end, doing it all the time. So what we have to is, I'll come back to leaving or jumping off ship. 2 of the board members are not here. One ran to England to meet with King Charles and thank him for his medal. And I think at least part of this aha moment has been mentioned, the trades, which he has become a true champion of. And I think that is very important to have a champion for products. And the other thing, and that actually ties to Jackie, not here either, but that is thanks to the funds we got through and Gregor's estate money. What we did in, I think it was in April, with that training of teachers in anti racism and multicultural issues, and it will come again in the August one, because you were there too. Yeah. And I know that I think all 3 of you were very effective of attending that. And then I understand that we will hand out awards at the end of the month at the Northern Secondary, which was on the Kram, and for some extent, but that's also the foundation. And David is playing golf or driving back home to Toronto with his truck, which is done to pick up. I was concerned that he would be let into the States, but he won't. I think what the membership committee under David's leadership is doing when it comes to get the club more better recognized and known in the club, in the district, not in the district, but in the district too, but in the local area with the farmers market is really a highlight. And those of us who have attended have been to Sundays, and it is really interesting to be there, meet people. Maria and I had an interesting exchange with a lady who actually is a Robert Kennedy Jr. fan. And Maria put all her professional knowledge behind in her arguments, but it ran off like water on the roof. But seriously speaking, it is interesting. Craig was there, Ismet has been there, Gunitsi, I think, has been there. It gives us an opportunity to, oh, Rotary, are you still alive? Have been in the comments. But also, yes, sounds interesting to become more involved, to get to know, and so on and so forth. And it will also, and thanks to Walter, we have a really good connection with the key person at the Toronto Eglinton BIA, because they are themselves interested in getting involved in community projects. So there is an opportunity to actually partner there. And later in Walter's year, there will be someone from the BIA to come and tell us more about what they do and how we can get to know and become part of them. Because for certain events, it could be good to know the people, some of the people who we can knock on and say, we need certain things to sign it off and so on. I would also like to, and he is not here, because it is decided of business reasons to withdraw from the club, or Mike Moy, who still is helping us to some extent with publicity. I also think it would be interesting, Neelam, to have a few comments from you, your AHA experience, because you have become involved both at the district level, but also to CADRE, and what is CADRE?
Thank you for putting me on the spot there. CADRE is an arm of Rotary, and I think Ron is well familiar with that. These are folks who are appointed by RI to help clubs and districts develop projects. Initially, they used to be seen as kind of evaluating global grants. They would go and do an auditing, how well these projects were conceived and executed. But lately, what's happened is they said, well, if you have a CADRE member, you can call on them to see, is your idea well enough, robust enough? So it helps develop global grants in a robust manner. So that's along in the short of it.
Good. Okay, thank you, Neelam, for what you're doing and the tradition of being active in the district. We can't leave you on without having an aha moment from you. What has been the aha moment this year? You can sit down.
What would you like me to talk about? Water, sanitation and hygiene.
For a change.
Many of you have heard of WASRAG, being Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Rotary Action Group. There are a number of action groups. They provide an opportunity for every Rotarian to practice his or her vocation in a humanitarian field. Water, sanitation, and hygiene are clearly crucial to the development of any part of the world. In fact, we in WASRAG believe we are the key to peace, medical care, education, and any of the other key areas. So I would like to encourage everybody in this club, first of all, to go to the website and look at WashRag and say, yes, I would like to be part of that group. If for no other reason, to find out the changes, the trends, and the importance of water in the world today. Somebody once said, the next war will not be over oil, it will be over water. And we see already water being militarized in certain parts of the world. We won't go into details right now. Clearly, it is absolutely essential. So be well informed. Go and WashRag, become a member. You'll have our newsletter, which really brings you up to date on everything that's happening in this significant sector of humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you for what you are doing and have been doing for wonderful years. And it is great. So Walter Sotka will also get a chance to say a few words. He joined us, the board, as president-elect, and that was, and I'll come back to this, but the importance of having the president-elect and the president nominee can be underscored.
Well, hello, everybody. I've taken on an awful lot here. So basically my thoughts and what I'm concerned with, what I'm listening to, and what I'm getting involved in is huge. So I was told by previous presidents that it's really a full-time job. So keeping up with all the emails and keeping up with all the stuff here. First off, we were looking at the format for upcoming meetings and such. And we're also concerned with the fact that they're going to be doing renovations here at this club. So you probably all have heard that we are having a board meeting on Tuesday next week at York Minster Park Baptist Church. And has everyone heard of that? Is this new to anybody? Okay, so it's basically a board meeting, but I'm inviting people at large, at least senior members and such, to please join us. The facility there is outstanding. It's where we do the Out of the Cold. And it's just at Yonge and St. Clair. It's a block north. There's 3 or 4 rooms that are available at very low cost. And we can run functions there. We can do an awful lot of interesting things there. But again, this is yet to be discussed. You know, we're looking at alternatives here because we're not sure what our position here in this club is going to be for the next little while they're doing renovations. So we're looking for options basically. We have a few other options, but the York Minster Park community, because again of our involvement in the Out of the Cold, I've been involved a good 15 years with them. They know us very, very well. They're very good. And the pricing, the value that they represent for meetings and for very good space is phenomenal. Okay, so that's probably all I need to say at this point, but Tuesday, please join us, whoever can. Anybody that's not on the board per se, maybe email me just so we can get numbers. We've got about 10 board members, but if we have more than that, I'm going to be providing sandwiches and, you know, water bottles and things like that. So we'll have a little bit of room to discuss things further. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Walter. Thank you for stepping up. And just to clarify, that this is looking at alternatives, not necessarily or not for the lunch, because I hate to bring down enthusiasm of people. That's not a good management truth at all. But you know, we are always going to have the need for venues for town hall meetings. Libraries, for instance, could be an alternative too. So anyway, when Unitsi and the 2 Waters, Walter J and Walter B, after, I guess, after the cold dinner, saw that Walter, President-elect, called and said, you know, this is exciting. I suggested that why don't we have the board meeting there? Because more and more clubs are going back to in-person board meetings. And that is my recommendation for Walter to have at least in-person board meeting per quarter. I think it's a completely different atmosphere in a room where people see each other compared to sitting behind screens and can behave more or less anyway. So that is good to get an opportunity actually to see the venue, what it can offer, and we can discuss it. Anyway, yes, I said that it was one of the good things that happened with this year that we managed to find Walter and also Lisa taking on the role as president nominee. This happened before the end of 24. That's the way it used to be, and it's supposed to be, and it gives the club better position. We know that the continuity is going to go on, but it is also fair to the person taking on the role, because the district and Rotary, the own district, spends a lot of time and effort on training of the incoming presidents. And it's not really fair to people to just be put into that position on short notice. The interesting thing is, of course, that our Rotary International president somehow got the bug that we have and resigned even before he took office. I sent out the message. I don't know if everyone got it directly from RI, that President-elect Mario Cesar Martins de Camargo has resigned. And I have no idea what the reason is, because his decision on his position, and it doesn't really matter to us. It must be something serious, because if you put yourself in his shoes, it must be a terrible feeling. He has for 2 years, and Ron knows this better than anyone, how Rotary prepares the presidents. So once he was elected as president nominee, an office for him and staff is set aside that will then follow the president throughout. So exactly what will happen, we don't know, but my guess, the Rotary International Board of Directors are meeting to discuss how to solve this. I doubt that the next person in line, and correct me wrong if I'm wrong, but I doubt that they will move him up, because it is.
He resigned anyway. The second person resigned for cancer.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a word yesterday, Lars, that the directors are looking at all of the other candidates who were considered when Mario was chosen.
Yeah.
And they're going to look at all those candidates, decide from among those who is probably the best qualified.
Yeah. Yeah.
You make a very good point. It is going to be tough as hell for his successor to come in with 1 month to prepare, whereas normally the president has 2 full years to prepare. It's going to be a very difficult year for whoever succeeds it.
Yeah, no, I think it's a very short list, and there are some people that come to mind for me. Mike McGovern, for instance, who's I guess short of